This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 239 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by Equestrian Collections. You can visit them at equestriancollections.com. Enjoy today's tip. I am Glenn the Geek from Lexington, Kentucky, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily here in the horse capital of the world, getting prepared for the World Equestrian Games. Today we have my wife back with us for the last day of this anniversary week. That's our anniversary, that is, 22 years married. And I thought, well, what could you do better with your wife on your anniversary than put her to work? So she's been providing the great tips for us all week, and today is the last one of the practical tips. And Jennifer is ever so practical, I can tell you that. So she's going to be here with the last tip for us this week. And I have a tip for you, too, and that is, we talk about Equestrian Collections, and that they have all those great products that you can buy at great prices and a fantastic website and all of that, but they also have one of the most active retail communities online on Facebook. Just go to Facebook and search for Equestrian Collections, and you will find that there's conversations going on there. They have over 20,000 now fans on Facebook over there because they have such an active community. People are posting pictures of their horses all the time and asking questions. It's a neat, vibrant place. So if you're on Facebook, I highly recommend you search for Equestrian Collections and become a fan. I think you're going to like following them on Facebook. And if you want to buy any of their cool products, you can do so at equestriancollections.com. Now on with the last tip from Jennifer on this anniversary week. Well, hi, dear, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Hi-ho!
We're back with my wife, Jennifer, who has been providing some excellent practical tips. Jennifer's always the practical one, and I am always not.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that pretty much is the way it works. She's the one that can find things. I cannot.
Yep.
She's the one that makes the lists. I do not.
Right.
She's the one that doesn't have ADD, and I definitely do.
Yeah.
I have to do 20 things at once, and she can accomplish one thing at once. So that's why it makes, when we work together, it works pretty well. She does the work, and I just think about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the way it works.
Pretty much.
So what do we help people with today other than marriage counseling?
There we go. Oh, boy. Today is fence walkers.
Fence walkers?
Yeah, we've all had that.
Is that a kind of bug, or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the irritating little bug in your side. We've all had that horse that lives at our farm that strolls up and down the fence line for hours on end, makes a big ugly path, wears out his legs, wears out his shoes.
Wears out the grass.
Wears out the grass, and just makes
digs a hole.
Digs a hole, makes you want to grind your teeth.
Yep.
Having had one of those for many a year, we found this little technique to really, really help a lot. Now, this was a fence walker, not a fence runner. There are some that literally gallop back and forth, and we'll leave that up to you if you want to try this technique. I'm sure it would work. What we did is every 6, 8, 10 feet randomly took a jump rail, leaned it into the fence, preferably close to a fence post so it didn't roll around too much, and then put the end of it on the ground. And we'd put them randomly the entire section that the horse was prone to walking, and found that it was really effective for breaking that cycle. It's kind of like
just walk over them?
No.
Oh.
I mean, they would walk over them to some extent, but what would happen is it breaks that pattern. It's kind of like an obsessive compulsive process for a human that washes their hands. Or smoking can be excessive compulsive in addition to addictive. For example, you discover that invariably you have a cigarette after you eat lunch. Well, if you change the behavior pattern in that you do eat lunch in a different place, do something different at the end of the meal, you can help break the cycle of that habit. It was very effective because the horse would have to weave in and out of the poles or step over the poles. And because the poles are set randomly and not in a pattern, the horse has to change the pattern. And it was very effective. And I have used it on a number of different horses and found it to be really successful.
And any kind of pole will work.
Any kind of pole. We used jump rails because they were handy.
Right.
Something longer seemed to work better because sometimes we would use, what do they call, landscaping ties, which are only 8 feet. Didn't find those to work as well as jump rails, which were between 10 and 12 feet.
Yeah.
Somehow the distance from the fence seemed to help it out. But if all you've got are 8-foot long somethings, give it a go.
And just put them randomly, one at 2 feet apart and one at 10 feet apart. Yep.
You got to if you give it a pattern, the horse can figure out the pattern, and it will not be as effective.
All right. Well, that was pretty simple and easy.
Yeah.
So that's how to stop the fence walker.
There you go.
All right. Very good. So thank you for being on, Jennifer, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Ta.
Well, thanks again to my wife for joining us this week on this special week, anniversary week of practical tips, and we really appreciate her being here every day. And next week we go back to rotating experts, so you'll find a different one every day next week, and we're going to get back to the normal swing of things. And we appreciate everybody that does listen to Horse Tip Daily, over 8,000 of you now, and we certainly appreciate that as well. You can look for the Tack and Habit radio show. Hop on over there to tackandhabit.com. Listen to Helene and I chat about products. I know that you're naturally curious, or you wouldn't be listening to Horse Tip Daily. Well, you can listen to us chat about 2 different products every week. That's Equestrian Products. And we have a very good time over there and a lot of fun. And also, we're going to be the Tack and Habit radio show is going on the road, and we're going to be attending the wholesale show, the ADA wholesale show at King of Prussia this year in August. We're going to be recording 3-hour-long shows right there from ADA with all the vendors and retailers that are going to be there, checking out all the new fall products, and we're going to give you a preview of those. So that should be a lot of fun at the ADA show, and we thank them for inviting us over, and we're looking forward to that as well. So I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.